In each of the adjustment steps, the adjusted value from the previous step is used as the starting value for the next step. Each step builds on the last step. In the last video, we saw how to adjust the rating per occupation. That occupation adjusted rating is next adjusted for age. Before the 2005 edition of the schedule was adopted, the older the worker, the higher the rating was adjusted. The rationale for that upward age adjustment was that it was more difficult for an older worker to compete in the open labor market. In other words, it was more difficult for an older worker to find new employment. Even though the definition of disability has changed, that is, now consideration must be given to the diminished future earning capacity of the injured worker as opposed to being able to compete in the open labor market. The 2005 edition of the schedule has kept the same scheme for adjusting for age. The next edition of the schedule undoubtedly will change that, but that's the way it currently is, and that's the way the tables are set up in the 2005 schedule. So for a younger worker, the table will adjust the rating lower, and for an older worker, the table will adjust the rating higher. The age where there is no adjustment up or down is ages 37 through 41. This is the application for adjudication. The age to use for this adjustment is the age of the injured employee on the date of injury. If there is a specific injury, then use the date of the incident. If the injury is a continuous trauma, then use the ending date of the continuous trauma. For a continuous trauma, the application for adjudication will allege a beginning and an ending date. Use the ending date as the date of injury. The ending date is chosen by the applicant. It is usually the date when the employee could not return to work because of the injury and receives medical treatment for the injury. Adjusting for age is the easiest adjustment of the three adjustments. Find the occupationally adjusted rating in the left column. Follow the row to the right until it intersects with the column labeled with the age of the injured employee on the date of injury. The number at the intersection is the age adjusted for rating. For example, if the occupational adjusted rating was 13% and the applicant was age 30 at the time of the injury, then the adjusted rating for age would be 11%. We can now add the final step to our rating formula, which is the adjustment for age. And in the example we've been using, that is 11%. So the final rating of the 8% whole person impairment for our example is 11% permanent disability. And that completes the basic rating class.